Alright, welcome back to Demon Lord Retry, Anime Review, Episode number 3. We're here discussing episodes 5 and 6 of the series. 5, we're introduced to a few new characters this episode. Yes, in episode 5. So, thing starts out with, well, we introduce two brand new characters, these two aspect adventurers from the very start. And these characters are... I think we're in this episode. I don't know. So I think maybe I put this backwards. Maybe. So yeah. So basically, they arrive at this. Basically, you have you have Kunai, Aku, Luna, and you riding in the fancy carriage. They come across a village, which of course Luna runs. Well, technically, has Fisher running for her. And of course, Kunai's scene this place looks terrible. It's like the carrots come out very skinny. They have no water. They have no money to pay for crystals. Like very rare and they're expensive. And he sees that he's doing a terrible job, so he proceeds to dismiss him and have him go back to his spirit's home. He and Luna taking over. There's that. So he meets up with two of the residents of the place, Momo and Kion. Kion has this thing where she basically ends every sentence with hop. Yes, and she's voiced by Kimberly Grace. I'm not familiar with her. Momo is voiced by Kylie Stewart. If anybody's a fan of these two voice actors, fine. I am not overly familiar with them. Yeah, and the bunny people. This actually is one of those rare anime where... Now, here's the thing. With the bunny people, or they're called bunnies here, basically bunny people, I very rarely encounter them in basically fantasy anime. This is probably the first one in quite a while that we see one. I mean, at the top of my head, the biggest one I can think of is probably Sheila from Afria, which season 3 is coming out in just... next month, believe it or not. Yes, because we're in the month of September. Yep. So, basically, that their soil was terrible and they can't water, so he asks where the well is. He goes to the well, and then he creates a pulley system which brings up water despite having no water there. And well, let's keep it single, otherwise people be fighting over this water for this whole area. And he also wants up a hospital at a hot spring in this particular area. And, well, then they go off to the capital, probably give it more stuff. And, of course, before he leaves, he does give the bunnies, well, I'm going to call them rat people because that's what they are. He gives them fertilizer. They look like crappy fertilizer, but it's better than nothing. At least they grow across better. Yes. So, and then we cut to the church. Well, they're run by, the eldest sister, the one who's older than Killer Queen. This is Angel White, where she's voiced by Mega Shipman. Now, those who are familiar with her, which I am, she is noteworthy for voicing Anya Foiger from Spy X Family. And I looked at how many anime I looked at that she was in. I've seen, oh my gosh, I've seen 26 series with her in it. 26. She's absolutely fantastic here, and she plays the older sister very well, Miss Angel White. She doesn't have the halo above her head like she does in the opening title sequence. Here's a series I've seen her in, besides this one. She was Cammy from One Piece. She's Mari, one of the Dark Elves from Overlord. She's Gray from Black Clover. Yes, the shy girl. Nana from Death March for Rhapsody. Nezuhiko from Clear Card. Haruna from Death March to Slime. Sage from Goblin Slayer. Rita from Fairy Tail. Of course, she also was Iska Quartet playing the same character. Eri from Afria, which of course no one's Future Bunny. Momoji from Dr. Stone. Maple from Bofree. La Bravra from My Hero Academia. Yeah, she was in the junior high and the main series. She actually plays the original voice actors for Sasha, Ashley Burch. Don't know why she replaced her. It's weird. I'm not really sure the reason for. I'm not heard. She was Rose in Hana's. Yeah, she's the maid who's kind of a pervert. She's in Tickets Already. She's voice of Charlotte. I believe this is the idol in the series. Yes, of course, back family, obviously. The Slime Diaries, Osprey Haruna. She's the voice of Rika from Girlfriend. Great show. Young version of Knives from Trigun Stampede. Alicita Ala from Devil's Part-Timer. Freyas from Chile, Another World with Limited Cheap Powers. And now this series. You're like, wow, that is quite cool. Yeah, and she accepts the fact her sister wants her own territory. One thing that she has in common with her younger sister Luna is that they both got pink hair. Killer Queen is a freaking blonde. Also, she talks about Zero being madly in love with him, including making a doll of him when she pops up later. We also debut two other characters in the scene here. There's also Martial Arts. Yes, that's seriously the guy's name. He's with Chris Rager. You're thinking, that name sounds familiar. Yeah, this is the guy who voiced Arlong from One Piece and Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball, and also Veldora from That's a Grand Slam. Yeah, for some reason he's 6'2". He does not look 6'2" at all. There's also Donna. This Noble, which there's no credit for who's voicing him. Yeah, so interesting scene for this one. And the very next episode, they go to the Capitol. And we debut more characters here. In the opening scene, we show off two brand new characters. We have Mink, who's a priest. This actually looks like a priest at first. Also, her gimmick is that her boobs bounce. And this is a character I really want to talk about this character briefly for a bit. Because her voice actors, this is the first time in a long time that I've actually heard her in a new series that's not something I've seen before. That being voice actress and singer Amanda Lee. Also, she's a VTuber known as Monarch. Yeah. The last series I heard her in, where she played a character in a series I've watched, is Kaguya-sama Love is War. That was the last show I heard her in. That was not in their season, their show. You're like, really? That was your last one? Yes! Believe it or not, I watched the show back in, I think it was like 2020, I think it was. So it's been a few years. Great to hear her voice again. Yes, of course, she was an overlord voicing a lizard woman, which was so... Her character was so funny. Yeah, the whole thing is that she's like a chalk white. She's an albino lizard. And the main lizard man is in love with her. He admits as soon as he meets her, he's like, I'm in love with you. He's like, oh, I just want to get that out of the way. He's like, it just smacks her tail, which is so funny. And here... Like, oh, she's like a divine priest. Yeah, it's Amanda Lee. I think she's having fun with this character. And the fact that, well... by the way, it's like this in Elm Test English too, where her character is... Her gimmick is that her boobs bounce every time she moves. The other character's Organ. Yes, that is seriously her name. This skinny girl, who's voiced by Miss Emily Lowe. Which, great to hear her voice again. Can you believe this woman's only been voice acting now for about 5 years? Yeah. And if you're curious how many series I've seen her in now, there's Alaska City Rise in the World, Eden Zero, Skeleton in their world, Chainsaw Man, Farming Life in their world, the Demon Star Master of Scum Academy, That's Our Current Slime, and this one. So 8 series with Emily Lowe. Yeah. And all about the whole thing about the... And by the way, this woman claims to be like, get this, 400. Because she's a freaking demon. That's why. Well, she's half demon. Yep. Yeah, and they also show off another character named Lee. She's voiced by Samantha Harrick. Yeah, she's basically a barkeep where she's like 45. Yep. And Like the characters are like, oh yeah, and then they arrive in the capital, like, oh, let's go to this fancy restaurant. They're like a mansion, like somebody's basically covering Anka's leg, and for like a special treat. And then we have this chubby woman appear in the scene here, voiced by Jerry Marceri. And get this, her name in the anime is Shrimp Butterfly, and she has a sister named Oyster Fry. And I agree with him, like, why the heck would a parent name their kids after food? Shrimp fry? Oyster fry. Yeah, I found this weird. And by the way, in when I read, she is not like this in Light Novel. She's actually a lot thinner than this. And of course, Kunai used like telepathy on her, where she's like, okay, who is this woman? She's very influential. Don't get her backside. Let's keep her as a good guy. He was an ally. Like, okay. He politely introduced himself, and of course celebrated the whole thing on Uncle's leg. And then, then the Satan cult shows up. Yes. And we show off her leader in this episode. Yes. His name is Utopia. He's described as a coward, one of his subordinates. He's played by Ben Phillips. He's not the only one. We also see the anime debut of a character named Tron, who, that's a big episode, but she's voiced by Sarah Weinhoff. Yeah. Yeah, and there's also a character named Walking. Yes, there's a character named Walking. Josh Ringo, and he appeared in episode 3, like, you're like, who the heck comes up with these stupid names? The name sounds so... Luna is fine. Fine name. Shrimp Fry, Ocean Fry, Walking, Utopia. It's almost just as weird as the name from Goblin Slayer. At least that basically those names actually are sort of what they are. This is silly. Walking, Utopia, Shrimp Fry. It just seems so silly. Yep. Yeah, and then of course they run into the guy dressed as a girl and Mikan again. We take out some clothes. He shows up, takes a lot of them out, and they're like, nah, we're gonna knock it out of this. So he proceeds to slice the back of his hand and summons a demon named Carnival. I agree with him. Like, what the heck is this? We have a demon dressed like a freaking clown from like the 19th century, from Elizabeth age, with a weird collar. And he basically busts off one of his horns, like, let's go no holds barred, because last episode I fought basically was too easy. So then he proceeds to launch him to the sky and blow him up like, man, disgusting fireworks. Of course, everybody praises him. And, well, that's kind of the episode. But it's a weird episode. Oh my gosh. The conflict, like, I agree with him. It's like, I'm on his side, like, man, who the heck comes with these silly names? Yeah. But weird episode I'm looking forward to discussing. At this point, I'm halfway through the series, which is great. Though there's a season coming, though it's called Demon Lord Retry R, which is more of the series, which is kind of interesting to discuss that one when I get to it. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Particular view. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do another like button. Next episode, Comic Corner is back. Demon Lord Retry. Okay. Thanks for you. Bye.